Did you know that only 2 people actually signed the Declaration of Independence on the famed July 4th, 1776? Most of the people signed it on August 2nd of 1776, with one person not even signing until 1781. Thomas McKeon, the last person to sign the Declaration of Independence, was so busy doing everything else because he was an overachiever, just like John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, who just did like every single position they could because I guess that's what they did back then. They were badasses. They like knew how to run shit. That's why they got this country. Fucking Americans now are wusses. Did you also know that only 2 presidents signed the Declaration of Independence? A lot of people seem to think that George Washington did. I found that out after asking people. But no, he did not. Only for enemies, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson did. They also died on the same day, and that still creeps me out to this day. July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years after the famed day of the signing of Declaration of Independence. So, that's pretty weird. Forgot to mention, Thomas McKeon was from Delaware. Also, from Delaware, George Reed actually voted against independence on the July 2nd, vote when they actually passed it so that they had the independence, and then he signed the Declaration. He voted against independence but signed the Declaration of Independence, and he is the only person to do that. Also, since I know there are a lot of dumb people out there that don't know much about our country, and there are other people who aren't from the country, so they don't have any reason to know about the country, so it doesn't fucking matter. The person who wrote the Declaration of Independence was one Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson went on to become the 3rd president of the United States, and honestly, he was a pretty awesome guy. He was a deist, which means he believed in a God, but not like Christianity or anything. And that's also what helped get us, like a bunch of the founding fathers were not religious, which also made sure that we had the freedom to have or to not have a religion. The freedom of religion. We have it. We have freedom. That's a lot of people keep forgetting that. Seem to notice that. So I decided I'd point it out. I hope you learned something. If you want more knowledge, here, I'll give you another fact. I'll look it up in my book right now. So, let's pick a state. Here, New Hampshire. William Whipple fought for freedom along with his slave. And for that day, that's pretty respectable that he actually allowed his slave to fight for freedom. His slave's name was Prince, and apparently he has all his own stories. Well, I hope you learned something. If you didn't, well, then you were pretty intelligent already. I'm sorry. If you didn't learn anything, or would you like to learn more, I got a lot of these facts, though I fact-checked them elsewhere. I got them from a book called Signing Their Lives Away, and it is about the 56 men who signed their lives away in the Declaration of Independence. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. And if you liked this video, please like it, comment saying that, hey, you're pretty fucking good. You should continue doing this shit. And you know what? Maybe you could click that subscribe button. I have 9 subscribers right now. I would really like to hit 10. Big goals.